Buying the wrong Nissan Frontier Year isn't just a bad deal. It's a guaranteed path to a transmission that destroys itself from the inside out, repair bills that clear $5,000 before the mechanic finishes the estimate, and a truck that's spending more time at a service bay than on the road. If you're heading into the used market and the Frontier is on your short list, the difference between a truck that lasts 300,000 miles and one that drains your bank account comes down entirely to which model year ends up in your driveway. Most people assume any Frontier is a safe buy because Nissan has a solid reputation, but some of these years are carrying defects so severe that they triggered federal safety investigations, stop sale orders, and class action lawsuits that tens of thousands of owners are still dealing with today. Here are the Nissan Frontier years to avoid and the years that run forever. Let's start with models to avoid. 3 Frontier model years that are going to cause serious problems for anyone who buys them unprepared. Number 3. 2005 Nissan Frontier. Imagine buying a used truck, putting 30,000 miles on it, and watching the transmission start slipping out of nowhere. No warning, no gradual decline, just a truck that goes from running fine to completely undrivable with a repair bill that clears $4,000 before the mechanic reaches anything secondary. That's not a worst-case scenario for 2005 Frontier owners. That's a pattern. The 2005 was the first year of the D40 platform, and it introduced one of the most destructive design flaws in mid-size truck history. The automatic transmission fluid cooler was integrated directly inside the radiator assembly, and thermal cycling caused the internal barrier to rupture over time, mixing engine coolant and transmission fluid into what mechanics started calling the strawberry milkshake of death. That contamination destroys the Jacko transmission's internal clutches, seals, and solenoids from the inside out, with erratic shifting, severe slippage, and complete gearbox failure as the typical result. On top of that, premature timing chain tensioner wear on the VQ40DE engine created a separate risk of catastrophic engine damage. Repairs were routinely running $4,000 to $5,000 out of pocket, and many 2005 owners were excluded from the class action settlement benefits that later years received. The 2005 is bad, but the number 2 worst year combined that transmission disaster with active safety failures, and the legal fallout affected tens of thousands of owners. Number 2. 2022 Nissan Frontier. The 2022 was supposed to be a fresh start on the new D41 platform, but it arrived with a collection of problems that made it one of the most recalled Frontier years on record. The most serious involved the 9-speed automatic transmission, where a parking powell defect meant the gearbox wasn't reliably engaging park, creating an active rollaway hazard with documented injuries and a temporary stop sale order from Nissan. Long bed models were shipping without the factory tow hitch installed, which was also serving as structural reinforcement for the fuel tank, meaning a rear-end collision could push the leaf springs into the tank and create a fire hazard. Seatbelt bracket bolts on the left rear seats were being over-tightened at the factory, leaving them prone to cracking in a collision. And on the electronic side, the forward collision system was triggering phantom emergency braking at highway speeds while the infotainment unit was rebooting continuously and knocking the backup camera offline. A federal safety compliance issue, not just an inconvenience. The 2022 was a rough debut, but the number 1 worst year is the one where Nissan kept a known defect in production intentionally, and owners have been paying for that decision ever since. Number 1. 2007 Nissan Frontier. There's something particularly costly about a manufacturer that knows a problem exists and keeps building it into production anyway, because every owner downstream absorbs a cost that was already documented and never fixed. That's the story of the 2007 Frontier. By 2007, Nissan had engineering feedback on the radiator transmission cross-contamination failures, but the defective integrated cooler stayed in production. The SMOD problem was still a ticking clock for any 2007 truck approaching 100,000 miles. The class action settlement that followed, in airy Nissan radiator/transmission cooler litigation, came with copays of $2,500 for trucks between 80,000 and 90,000 miles and $3,000 between 90,000 and 100,000 miles, with a claim deadline of June 7, 2013. Used buyers today are well past that window, meaning any transmission work is coming entirely out of pocket. Beyond the drivetrain, a safety recall targeting the front crash zone sensors revealed that road salt was penetrating the housing, causing rust that completely disabled the front airbags while leaving the warning light on. Frame corrosion, timing chain failures, recurring oil leaks, and dealers denying warranty coverage on known issues rounded out the ownership experience. The 2007 is the statistical peak of D40 complaints, and there's no version of this story that ends without expensive repairs. Now, the good news, the 3 Frontier model years that are going to give you the least trouble and the most miles. Number 3. 2004 Nissan Frontier. Most people shopping for a used truck are chasing the same thing: A pickup that doesn't need a mechanic every 6 months, starts every morning, and doesn't drain a savings account on repairs. The 2004 Frontier is one of the few used trucks that's actually going to deliver on that promise. It's the final year of the first-generation D22 platform, meaning buyers are getting years of engineering refinement baked into every bolt and weld. Tolerances were tight, assembly quality was at its peak, and the mechanical layout was exactly what a pickup is supposed to be: simple, proven, and built to last. The base engine is a 2.4-liter inline-4 with 143 horsepower, while the 3.3-liter V6 produces 180 horsepower and 202 pound-feet of torque, with the supercharged version pushing that to 210 horsepower and 246 pound-feet. These engines are routinely crossing 200,000 to 400,000 miles with nothing more than fluid changes and timing belt service. Towing capacity on the V6 sits at 5,000 pounds, ownership costs stay consistently low, and there are no turbos, no complex electronics, and no modern failure points to worry about. The 2004 is a strong starting point, but if 400,000-mile engines sound impressive, the number 2 best year is where the reliability story gets even better. Number 2. 2014 Nissan Frontier. Consumer Reports handed it a perfect 5 out of 5 reliability score, and the number that matters even more is what's missing: virtually zero reported engine or transmission failures in the data. The handful of complaints on record are about air conditioning performance and cosmetic trim. By 2014, the two issues that made early D40 trucks dangerous, the radiator transmission cross-contamination problem and the premature timing chain tensioner wear, had been fully eliminated. Buyers are getting the engine and transmission those earlier owners were supposed to get without any of the risk. The powertrain is the 4.0-liter VQ40DE V6 with 261 horsepower and 281 pound-feet of torque, paired with a 5-speed automatic that had been in production long enough to have no surprises left. IIHS crash ratings came back good across the board, and the one minor recall on record, a circuit breaker orientation fix, was handled by dealers at no charge. The 2014 is outstanding, but the number 1 best year pushes reliability even further, and the ownership cost data makes it an easy decision. Number 1. 2019 Nissan Frontier. A lot of trucks look fine at 80,000 miles and start falling apart at 120,000. The 2019 Frontier is the one that keeps going, and the numbers back that up completely. Nissan spent 15 years refining every connection, weld, and mechanical interface on the D40 platform, and the 2019 model is the final expression of all that work. J.D. Power awarded it a quality and reliability score of 87 out of 100, the top of the midsize truck segment for the decade. The federal complaint data confirms it: only 17 total NHTSA complaints on record, translating to just 0.23 complaints per 1,000 units sold, which is a figure that leaves Ford and Chevrolet well behind. The only recall was a backup camera software update with no mechanical implications whatsoever. Under the hood, the 4.0-liter V6 enables a towing capacity of 6,620 pounds, while RepairPal puts average annual maintenance at just $470, with a projected 5-year cost of only $2,920, according to CarEdge. That makes the 2019 one of the most affordable trucks to own over time. Full stop. At the end of the day, the Nissan Frontier's history is a masterclass in why model year selection matters more than the nameplate on the grille. The 2004 delivers mechanical simplicity that laughs at high mileage. The 2014 is where Nissan finally got the second generation right, with perfect reliability scores and a drivetrain completely cleaned up from the early D40 disasters. The 2019 is the peak of 15 years of refinement with complaint numbers that most full-size trucks can't match. On the other side, the 2005 hands the next owner a transmission 1 thermal cycle away from total destruction. The 2007 kept that same defect in production knowingly and added airbags that road salt was quietly disabling all winter. The 2022 arrived with a transmission that couldn't hold park, a fuel tank with no structural protection, and electronics triggering emergency stops on the highway. Pick from the right column and the Frontier is one of the best used truck buys on the market. Pick from the wrong one and it's going to be an expensive lesson. Now, if you're more into new trucks rather than used ones, things are pretty clear. Make sure to check out our video about the 2027 Nissan Frontier and all the updates it brings. With proven technology and strong work capabilities, it remains one of the most natural choices in this competitive segment.